Sam watches films, number 3. This many. I feel this is going well so far. So, pick number 3 is Tron Legacy. I know it's not in the top 250 on the Internet Movie Database, but I wanted to watch it, so the hell with that. I've watched the original Tron previously, but it doesn't really seem to matter whether you've watched that or not. I guess that's kind of the point. It's what the writers probably intended. They wanted to make it accessible because there's about 28 years between the two films. So the two plots aren't really connected other than Flynn Sr. is trapped in the virtual world, and a nod to the character Tron from the first film. He doesn't really play a significant part exactly. While he is present for quite a lot of time, you don't know he's Tron, and he's not really Tron anymore anyway. Sorry, throat's going. Delicious. Anyway, and all the backstory that you need to know, it's covered in the first 10 minutes of the film anyway. So, first things first. CGI Jeff Bridges looking pretty good. A little weird. You can just tell it is CGI. Still an impressive feat of editing, making a man that old look that young again. I bet you'd love that. And bam, we jump to the actual film, and you got little Sam Flynn, but today looking very cool on his motorcycle, looking slick on that thing, you know, whoosh whoosh with the traffic, and yeah, clearly, you know, he's a bit of a badass. We have Garrett Hedlund playing young Sam Flynn. Does a solid job, although never really expresses a lot of emotion with the character. Doesn't explore much. Just kind of stone-faced monotone. Okay, let's get this job done. Dad, how could you leave me? It's the same. Honestly, I've never really seen him in anything else except that god-awful film version of the book Eragon, but I don't like to think about that. So bad. There weren't a lot of memorable characters in this film. Cora, who I would have to say my favourite character is Michael Sheen's character, Zeus. We only had around 5 minutes of screen time anyway. Oh, and Jarvis, played by James Frayne, who is Clue's sort of snivelling assistant, gave me a couple of laughs. I very much enjoyed Daft Punk's cameo, although you could blink and miss it. While we're on the subject of Daft Punk, the soundtrack to the film is just fantastic. My favourite, it's got to be D-Rest. And as a fan of the duo anyway, it was nice to hear some fresh material from them. Make sure to check out the reconfigured version of the soundtrack. There are some sweet remixes on there. Now, in all seriousness, I can see why this film isn't in IMDb's top 250 films list, as the story, despite the great setting, is a little sort of corny in places, and just kind of a little generic. Honestly, that doesn't bother me in the least, and I don't even pay that much attention to the story. Drink. Hang on. Love my orange and mango squash. Right. Basically, the grid has gotten a bit out of hand. Clue has taken over after murdering all the ISOs, who are like the only things with free will on the grid. And poor Jeff Bridges, Flynn, has been like chased out of the city. He's just living up in the mountains like a hermit, like Obi-Wan, but with a sexy ISO friend. You know what I'm saying? I shouldn't do that. So once Sam gets sucked in and finds his dad, he wants to get the heck out of there, you know, just wants to go home. And his dad, Kevin, he just wants to sit and chill. He's like, nah, Dad, just sit here and do nothing. And then Sam and Cora run off anyway. She gets hurt. They all get on a giant light train. They fly around a bit, like cool light planes, save the world, escape the grid, at the ultimate cost of leaving his father behind. Very touching. Tears. But I love this film, despite that. And just the idea of getting lost in the grid, that whole fantasy sells it for me, you know. I mean, come on. Who here can say they don't want to ride a light cycle or fight with identity discs that they have. It would be awesome. It's the special effects that do it for me, and this film does look incredible. You know, it's one to get on Blu-ray if you can, which just helps make it all the more believable that a place like this could exist. Still on the subject of special effects, how good are the action pieces in this film? That light cycle battle, oh, like stunning. So in summary, I love this film for all the wrong reasons you should love a film. It's all superficial, but I don't care, because I want to live on the grid with Daft Punk. Okay, so Sam Watches films number 3 is over. But don't worry, it's going to be okay. There'll be another one soon. I haven't decided on a time frame for these yet. Don't forget to check out my blog, where you can read all this I'm talking about to your face now. And also, now have a Facebook page, so be sure to head on over to that and give it a like, and you'll get updates on that. And I will see you soon.